My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need! And I hope you enjoy the video.
Alright, so, Squid Game. The show that it seemed like everybody and their mama is talking about right now. Like, this junk has been getting so much attention and praise as of late. It would make you think that if you aren't watching this show, like, I'm clearly missing something great. So, Squid Game is this new Netflix series. There's only one season thus far, and only 9 episodes into that season. I just recently finished this show this past weekend, watching it on Twitch with some of my viewers, and yeah, I just wanted to do a quick little review of what I thought of the first season of Squid Game, again, because we are going to be getting another season. If you guys also seen the show, I want to know what you guys think, and if you haven't seen the show, you know, there's not going to be no like massive spoilers in this review, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you haven't seen the show, it's pretty much like this Korean battle royale with like a different take on something such as the Hunger Games, to where there's this massive cash prize involving less fortunate people, and they are either tricked into playing these games, or they are so severely in debt that they need the money to survive, so they kind of volunteer to be a part of this. And it's like a survival of the fittest, and people are trying to survive towards the end to win the cash prize. So some of the reasons why I feel like this show is blown up in popularity and why so many people are talking about it is, one, I feel like we like to put ourselves in these situations, saying like, what would we do if we were these characters going through this situation, and how would we play it out, stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons. I feel like another one, again, is because it's Korean. I mean, listen, I said it before and I'll say it again. The acting in this show is really good, and it doesn't matter, like, from the children to the adults. Like, Korean actors are just like really good at acting. I have no idea why. So I feel like that's another reason the acting is really good. And yeah, I mean, just like all of the events and, you know, what's going on in the show, in ways you could see, you know, stuff like this potentially going down, because there is a lot of corruption and stuff in the show that deals with the more wealthy people and stuff. So it's definitely, you know, things like a lot of things to look at in this show that could scarily be kind of believable, you know. So I feel like there's like a host of reasons why I feel like this show has blown up. The cast of characters that are in this show are amazing. I feel like that's another thing that carries this show again. For me, and I'm sure a lot of other people out there, it's hard to get into like these new shows if the cast isn't great, you know. So in Squid Game, you don't have to worry about that. This does have a great cast of characters. Mind you, it's going to be hard for me to say some of these names, but Seong Gi-hoon, which is the main character in this show, he's a good character. The only reason why I'm saying that is like towards the end, but he is a good character. He's definitely one of those, you know, hero, you know, one of those heroic like characters that, you know, always tries to do the right thing. But you do see at times he has these conflicting thoughts to where, like, when and when not to do the right thing, because he's trying to survive in this show as well. So he's the main character. You have the freaking model chick that apparently she got like what, 8-10 million plus Instagram follows, just based off of, I don't know. I mean, yeah, she's pretty, but like she got like millions of follows based off of this show alone. But I think she's like a Korean model in real life. So I think her name is Kang Se-byok. I'm gonna just call her Say. But Cho Sang-woo, now, he probably was my overall favorite character, and it was weird because at first I wasn't feeling him too much, but then like as the show kept on going on, I'm like, you know what, this guy actually might be my overall favorite, you know, character, just in, again, the role that he was playing. Jang Deok-soo, who was the Korean bully, which I mean, I really don't know how else I'd like to describe him. He was like, okay, this is the bad, you know, this is the bad guy, and he's trying to, like, you know, assert his, force and, physical presence on others and just trying to get his way. So I just like referred to him as like the Korean bully. But, he was another great character in this show. You had that other lady, Han Minyo. Hey, listen, sucker. I'm trying my best to pronounce these characters' names, okay? Han Minyo, who was like I don't know. I don't know else how to like describe her, but like as the funny like horror woman. I really don't know like how else to really describe her. Like she would definitely try to, kind of put herself on to others because she wanted to survive, but I thought her character, she was definitely one of the more entertaining characters in this show. Again, everybody and the role that they had for their characters, I think they like acted that junk to the T. So everybody in this show was great. As the games were going on, like, and just seeing how all of these different characters like tackle the situation, it was interesting to watch because everybody had like their own approach. And again, there's like panic and chaos going on once all of the people involved in these games like realize like, hey sucker, your life is on the line. So like there's a whole bunch of panic and chaos going on. Another reason why I thought this show was interesting is because a lot of these characters in this game are given a choice. And I say a choice because once they realize like what's going on and like really what's at stake, they are, I guess, kind of given, the choice that if they want to participate or not, or they could go back out in the real world and try their chances out there. But at the same time, like in the real world, they're the odds are so severely stacked against them in their current situation in the real world that they would kind of be a fool not to try to, compete in this game and win this cash prize because it could change their, their life around. So it's like this thing to where they're kind of trying to make you feel like you have a choice, but at the same time, you understand that you kind of don't because you don't really have nothing else to go back to. So it's one of those things that definitely get you thinking that, hey, again, you have a lot of people in the real world that, they don't really have too much going for them. So if you are all of a sudden, have this chance to win this big cash prize and all you have to do is like compete in this game and try to win, but at the same time, yeah, you might lose your life doing it, but you don't really have nothing really to go back to in the real world. Would you go about doing this or not? So it's one of those things that, get people thinking and stuff, and how would they do it, or would they even choose to participate at all? I will say though, and I heard that a lot of people also felt this way, that they didn't necessarily enjoy the ending. I'm definitely in that boat. I thought the way this season ended, it could have been better. And that's why at like the very beginning, I was like, the main character, because the main character, how he is throughout the show, you understand why he's doing what he's doing. But then towards the end, it's like, bro, come on, come on. Like, they couldn't have chose a different way to go about this. So it was just one of those endings that I felt like you either, liked it and understood why they did it that way, or you felt like it could have been executed better. And I was one of those people. Like, it wasn't the worst ending. I just thought the way that season ended, it could have been better, and I wasn't like the biggest fan of it, but even though it is fun and entertaining to watch, I will say that the show could possibly be overrated a little bit, or not even overrated, just a little overhyped. The way people are like talking about this joke like it's like the greatest freaking show ever. Like, oh my gosh, have you seen Squid Game, bro? It will literally change your life. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's fun, it's entertaining, it's interesting, but I do feel like, just all the attention and how people have been talking about this show, like they've never seen nothing like this done before. Like, we have, so it's a fun show to watch that, if you have some spare time and if you haven't seen this show, I definitely would say to give it a watch. You probably will most likely enjoy it. It just might not be, what you would expect from what all of the stuff that you've been hearing about it. But it definitely is a fun, entertaining, interesting, you know, dark show with a lot of stuff going on that I did enjoy the first season. So yeah, I mean, what did you guys think of Squid Game and stuff like that? Did you guys enjoy it? Your overall thoughts of the show? If you haven't watched it yet, do you plan on watching it? What did you guys think about the ending? All that. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next video, my brothers and sisters, I'll catch y'all boys in my next one. All right.